Hello everyone and welcome to the German Grand Prix for the e-FRC1 round 11. We have 17 drivers on the grid today. We also have a team principal with us today, so talking to the Alpha guys. Hopefully see some strategy. Strategy between them guys. See if it can work out nicely for them in the race. We have 2 racing points. We have Arkin back once again. Been a long time since we've seen him, but it's good that he's back. We have a Red Bull as a reserve driver. We also have the other Red Bull, definitely Raymond. He's back after being away for practice, and now he is back ready to race. We've got 2 Toro Rossos, 2 Williams, one of them is a reserve driver. Got 2 Renaults, one of them as a reserve driver again. We've got our 2 Alphas, our 2 Ferraris, and our 2 McLarens. I think that's it. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I think we may be looking at Flamings on their lap first. So we'll once again, actually, Flamings was on their lap first previously in the last race. So we will see them go a bit wide on the curb there, but definitely an okay start. Get a bit of traffic from the Ferrari, but actually not much because they move out the way. I think that might be Eiger Pro. We got a yellow in sector 3. I don't know who that is, but usually it's cars going slowly. But because it's on this yellows for it's been on the screen for quite a long time. It's definitely not a slow car. It's a crash car, so that shows just off the track there. Maybe need to get some new tyres. Really struggling. Don't DNF. Okay, so they're just struggling with the grip at the moment. They need to get that sorted out. Flamings going round the last is into the third sector. We've got sector 1, sector 3. I think that's Shifts again. Unfortunately, not having a great time at the moment. Shifts, can he do anything? First person to set their lap, and that's actually Shifts off again, creating a full course yellow. Get some more grip on those tyres. Flamings cross the line in 112. Who is on their lap next? We will be searching. Looks like the second might be going, and Magic actually. Magic should be a good challenger. Bit of a drift on the exit of that corner. It goes just behind. Wow, 117. That's miles behind compared to Flamings. That's a great lap from Flamings, and the second gets in front of Magic. The Sebok, our reserve driver, just got into third, and Max right in behind Flamings there. The 2 Alphas once again in the top in the first part of qualifying. Pretty similar lap times from them two. Max is on a controller. I think Sebok might be on a controller actually. So we got a few controller drivers. I'm not sure if he is. I can't remember. Got another yellow, sector 1. I'm not sure who that is. We've got Vibes coming in, not going to carry on with that lap. Rupert on a lap. We've got PJ, goes across the line, 4th place at 113.6. Very, very close to Flo, who's, by the way, set a lap time. Quite close to Sebok, actually, so we're seeing around the benchmark around 112 or 113. There you go, Eiger Pro splits the Alphas. Just behind Flamings, a 112.195 instead of a 179, so just behind. Moves out the way of Tea of Honey, their potential rival. If Tea of Honey can score some good points and maybe get into the battle of the championship, still possible at the moment, but yeah, it'll be a little bit difficult. Flamings is on a pad 2. Wow, okay, that's on one of our watchers, viewers. I think they might be something to do with the race. Thank you for watching anyway. Flamings, so actually the top guys on controllers, so I don't know if Pro is going around again, but we have PJ set a lap time in 5th. I don't know if I already went through that. The second Magic, yeah, pretty much everyone who's out on their lap has set one, but we got T of Honey. As I was saying, Pro's potential rival. If he can do well in the championship, he might be able to challenge for the win, but he doesn't. He nearly DNFs on pit entry. He doesn't carry on to the lap, and that could have gone horribly wrong, and he would have been starting at the back. Can we see Vulcan go on to a lap? We'll see. The current pole sitter, Flamings, is out on another lap again already. We will see. Comes around to the last few corners. Sets a lap time of... that's 4th place of 1:12.5. So we're seeing about a 1:12 and a 1:13. That's okay lap time. So we're just between there. We do have the top guys though. They're just at the top end of the 1:12. So... say Max, Flamings, and Pro. Don't know why I said it in that order, but there we go. These guys trying hard. We've got Flamings, I think, who'll be on the next lap very shortly. Start to push hard into this third sector now. Round this corner, pushing hard. Fairly nice exit. Yeah, that's a good start to a lap. We'll just watch on. It goes over the gravel a bit, doesn't affect them too much, and as you can see, the controller doesn't help, but it's not slow. On a controller you need a lot of precision, because once you move that joystick you want to try and keep it in a straight line and not move it again, otherwise it will slow you down, and this is what this guy can do. Max can do it too. I'm hopeless. Very, very sharp movements. Arkin, set the P3, a 1:12.3, so that's really good. From him, debut, not a debut, just a return back to the league. And Flamings goes on to set on a lap. Can we see them improve? There's a few yellows going off. Can we see them improve to go very wide? And a 1:12, a 1:11.8. They did improve. Wow, that's a lot quicker. So we'll see this guy soon on their lap. We'll see them go back to see what they can do. Max is on a lap. Looks like T of Honey's moving out the way. Actually, they have to kind of... oh, it's Mario. They're to kind of fight Mario into that corner there. And we got left the session Vulcan. So Vulcan might be able to join back. I'm not sure. Might just be back for the race. Unfortunately, maybe lost connection. Who have we got next on a lap? We want to see somebody who's about to finish a lap. Looks like we have PJ, the Austrian. We got 3 Austrians. We've got Flo, Shurs, and PJ. They're all next to each other at the moment, currently, and we'll see what they can do. I think Flo is Austrian. I'm pretty sure. And unfortunately, he did improve, but he did have not a great last corner. In fact, we'll see. Looks like Flo's going to finish their laps soon. We had Pro didn't actually improve on their lap time. They went into the pits. Let's see what they can do, how fast they can go now. And that's quite a big improvement. 4 places up into 6th place. Wow, nice improvement. A 1:12.7. That's about where we're aiming to get with everyone. Looks like Pro is on their lap. Arkin just behind. Old teammates. Arkin will definitely try hard today. Impress everyone with his return. Magic in the pits. T of Honey's going to go back out onto a new lap to set an initial lap time for themselves. Looks like they're going to let the Alpha go through. Max Max is on a lap. He's on 1 lap old tyres, but looks like he might be going for it again. And oh, that's the second just stopped. That's the second just stopped in the middle of the track. They're just... That's ridiculous. They can't do that. They have to move. They have to move. What are they doing? If they burst their tyre? Looks like they have. I think that's why they were going so slowly. I apologise. I can't hear anything. We're just going to wait till we get to the pits and we're going to try and see. Looks like they might have been. Can't really see. We'll investigate that after the race. We got Teeth Honey. Didn't actually set a lap. Oh yeah, that was just their out lap, I think. But we will watch with Teeth Honey, then Level Light. They're both on the medium tyres. I think they're both in the core with each other. Both the German drivers. They can communicate nicely. So we've got Teeth Honey, Level Light, Rupert, and Mario. All our German drivers today. We've got quite a few. Arkin and Vulcan and the second are all our Turkish drivers. And then we have another variety. Tea of Honey, 6th place, a 112.7. Similar to our other cars. Around about... Yeah, it's getting tight. Around about... Around about 5th to 8th, it's getting very tight. And Sebok just goes and sets a 112.083, nearly 112 on the dot. So a big improvement from them. They've split Eiger Pro from the pack, or from Flamings even. So looks like Sebok's going to be able to challenge for a good race today. Reserve driver, hopefully going to impress us. Maybe earn a seat later in the season, or maybe late into next season. Don't know if there'll be any driver transfers, but we will see. Can you tell the championship standings? The championship standings are Eiger Pro, and then we have Level Light, and then I think we have Flamings, and wow, that's an Alpha just stopped, I'm pretty sure. Who's that behind them? It looks like a McLaren. Vulcan. Anyway, we'll go back to Level Light to see them do complete a lap. I was saying, Eiger Pro, first place in the championship. Then we got this guy, Level Light. Then we have Flamings, then Magic, then Max Martin. I'm not sure who's after that, but I will sure try and find out for you soon. Maybe on the interval, and I'll look into it while we're going through the formation lap. Level Light sets a lap. It's 10th place, a 112.9. Not pole position, not anywhere near pole position like France, where they got pole position, and that is a Ferrari off the track. Okie dokie. That was Eiger Pro onto a lap, and looks like they're going to be going either round again or just going straight into the pits and get some new tyres on. They're probably going to be able to go around into the pits one more time, and they're struggling with these tyres now. They've just ruined them. Probably flat spotted them and got grass all over them. That means they're going to be very slippy. Going to have to warm them up, and that's going to ruin their chances of getting pole. Magic! A 111, that's our second person to be in a 111. A 111.8. So it's so close. He's like... That's just over a hundredth of a second. Wow. That's just over a hundredth of a second away from Flamings. And he was on like 1 lap old tyres anyway when he set the laps, and now he's on 2 lap old tyres. Wow, that is impressive. And we've got our first retirement. That's Flo. The Sector 3. Can we see any? There he is, into the wall. And unfortunately that is Flo out of the qualifying session. Just unfortunately lost it, probably on the grass. It's easily done, and we won't see them again until the race, and that's 9th place. They'll be stuck with if they can't improve. Hopefully we'll see some improvements, but we will see. At lap Flamings, Magic not on a lap. Looks like they're just moving out the way for Mario there. Looks like Max might be on the lap, but we'll just see. Yep, as I thought, Magic goes into the pits. Is iGoPro gone into the pits to get some new tyres on? Looks like they're taking a while to get his car in, but hopefully they can get him out soon. Looks like everybody's going into the pits, getting some tyres on. They'll be out very, very, very shortly because they've got a while. They're going to have to get out in time. Looks like... who was that? Looks like a McLaren and an Alpha going out now. So, Flaming's actually on a lap time. We'll just watch on roll with them because they're our current contender for pole position. If they can improve this lap, they're just bringing up the gap between the cars behind. But Magic's very, very close. So if Magic's gone into the pits now and he's going to get some new tyres on, then it's going to be hard for Flamings to keep hold of that pole position. But this guy in the controller, very impressive that he's up there. Max 2, the two Alphas performing very, very well into qualifying sessions. Not so lucky in the races, I have to say. Max struggles with some dirty air quite a lot. And then Flamings just tries to get stuck in, but unfortunately it doesn't work out too much. And that might have been an invalidated lap time. Well, he definitely didn't improve, but that was very, very wide. And that's Mario retired from the session. We've got our second car. Our Renault driver out of the session, unfortunately, will be stuck in 13th unless he gets pushed down. And that's iGoPro pushed down to 6th place by Arkin, I think, there. Really good from Arkin, or did somebody else push him down? I'm not sure. But iGoPro all the way down in 6th at the moment. It's going to start in a new lap now. Oh, Donut Hole. It's joined for our race. Donut Hole should... it's one of our reserve drivers, so hopefully he can join our race. He will be starting in 18th position though. What car, I do not know, but we'll hopefully see him. And that's Arkin, finished. Just going out into onto the track again now, but it's too late. Sebok, it's too late to get out now, and Max just finished anyway, so that lap's not going to count. We've got Tea of Honey stuck in 8th place or lower. iGoPro improving their lap time. Looks like Flamings is going to be stuck in the position they have. And actually, Vibes, the two Toro Rosso, Vibes and Magic, out. They're out of the session. Magic is not going to be challenging for pole position anymore. He's crashed out in sector maybe 1 or 2. I don't know, but we can't check that right now. We just want to see if this guy can keep a nice tidy lap. See if he can get pole position. Comes around the last corner now. What can he do? And he goes 3rd place. He goes 3rd place. Just misses out on the front row. And that was actually a racing point. That's PJ just spinning on the line there. That's a shame. That's a real shame because they were improving on their lap time there. Shows, can he improve? No! Oh, that's such a shame. It would have been nice to see him up ahead of his teammate. See a good rivalry between the two Austrians there. And that is your grid. We have Flamings on pole position and Mario finishing the front row. We have iGoPro in 3rd place and Max into 4th place. Not quite 2nd place as last time, but 4th place is pretty good. It's 2nd row on the grid. We've got Sebok, our reserve driver. Nice debut into 5th place. Arkin, good return into 6th place. Vulcan, nice 7th. Tea of Honey, not really where he wanted to be, but 8th place will do. Flo, 9th place. Good to see from our reserve driver. Rubert, 10th. Vibes, 11th. PJ, Shifts, and Level Light was that. Level Light's really far behind, actually. For a championship contender, he's not that far up, but he will hopefully be able to make some positions. That would be good. As we watch the formation grid, we see, I will tell you the championship standings. We've got Iger Pro, Level Light, Flamings, Magic, Max Martin, PJ Strong, Rupert, Tea of Honey, Oliver Coop, Arkin, Vibes, Vulcan, Faz, Captain, The Second, Beata, Streeter, and Deathly Raymond. And then there's Shivs, hopefully going to score some points, and hopefully his first ever point scoring race. And that is your championship standings at the moment. We have in our reserve driver championship, Lucario is in the lead so far with 14 points, and Vader, the only other car scoring points, who's in second. But we do have a few new drivers for the reserve driver championship, so we will hopefully see them score some good points, create a good reserve driver championship. And we've actually got a few DMs, not DMs, just pings. So we've got Flamings, pole position, Magic just behind, very fast racers, gonna hopefully be up for a very good race. I just need to check something. Right, that's all done. And we are just lining up on the grid. We've got, actually everybody's quite far behind compared to Flamings. Flamings is parked up quite nice and early. That's going to make his tyres a bit colder, I think. But we got Iger Pro behind Max, Sebok, Arkin, Vulcan, Tea of Honey, Flo, Rupert, Vibes, PJ, Shivs, Level Light, Mario, Deathly Raymond the second, and Donut Hole starts at the back because he didn't make it to qualifying. We will have almost 3, 4, 5 red lights out, and away we go. There was always a bit of a delay because of the internet, but we'll see who gets the best start. Looks like Flames got an awesome start. Max Martin just touches. Oh no, he touches Arkin, and he Iger Pro, yeah, Arkin, he just went into a spin. That's such a shame. He's gonna be all the way at the back, and he's DNF'd. Oh no, I didn't realise that. And that's we got actually we got Iger Pro challenging Magic into the I've lost for words. We're into the corner. Can he do it? Nice and tight. And, oh, it pushes Magic wide. Magic has forced a little bit wide just to avoid crashing with Iger Pro. That's fair racing, though. Arkin, nice, up into 4th already. Vulcan down, though, from 4th. Actually, up into 5th. Flo, nice, 6th. Sebok down into 7th, unfortunately. Tea of Honey not moved anywhere, I don't think. Level Light in 10th, not moved anywhere, but we got Donut Hole into 15th place. Nice from him. Can we see any overtakes? Maybe further down the field. We're just checking, and that's Ripple. That's definitely Raymond spun off. That's on like the carousel kind of place, and also Shifts is off on the same place. Luckily he didn't hit him, but that's Shifts and definitely Raymond off in the carousel area. That's a shame. That's one hell of a shame. Looks like Shifts is struggling with downforce. He's got no front wing, and is he going to make it into the pits? He almost hit the wall there, but it doesn't look like definitely Raymond's got any damage. And that's actually Arkin. Arkin spun. Arkin's off, and we have Tea of Honey just got a time penalty, and Arkin just looks like he's struggling with tyres maybe now because he was spun, but no damage on the car. Tea of Honey's got a penalty point for somewhere. Look at all the cars fighting at the back. Can we see any overtakes from Sebok? Doesn't look like it. Looks like Flo's staying nice ahead. And that's Iger Pro. Iger Pro just been overtaken by Magic. And it looks like Flaming's going to be able to get away because these two guys are fighting. Iger Pro goes very wide, but Magic also runs onto the gravel a bit, or was it grass? I do not know, but that slowed them both down. They're going to be just sticking with each other. Looks like Flaming's just going to be able to escape, unless Magic can escape from Pro and escape the pressure now. But Pro will not give up. Vulcan's not too far behind. We got Flo a little way behind. And Sebok, can he make an overtake? Can he get something done on the start-finish straight? No, he doesn't. But he gets very wide, carried by the dirty air. And e-FRC1 goes and gets another 3-second time penalty. Doesn't look like we're going to see any overtakes. We just move back through the grid, and that's definitely Raymond already up into 14th place. And PJ down into 16th, unfortunately. Doesn't have any damage, but just struggling for grip, I guess. Maybe spun earlier. And going to be challenging Arkin on this straight. Do we have any changes up here? Doesn't look like it. Can we see any more overtakes? Everybody seems to be drifting through the corners. And look, Vibes hasn't got a very good run, but the second has. Can he do anything? No, he's going to have to back off and wait until the next corner. It doesn't look like Vibes. And he goes for the lunge. Oh, and he goes very wide. He doesn't make it happen, but is he... Oh, that's Flo. That's Flo off. That's the other Red Bull. It looks like they got damage to their wing. Oh, nearly takes out definitely Raymond. That was lucky. But looks all okay otherwise. Unfortunately, the second didn't get that move done. Looks like he may have even taken off. No, he didn't. So that's a fair attempt at an overtake, but unfortunately didn't get it done. That's very good effort though. And wow, well look, we've got Sebok fighting with Vulcan. Vulcan has to run wide, does get a 3-second time penalty, but we'll see them fighting very hard. Looks like they might be gaining on Pro. Looks like Magic's gaining on Flamings and escaping Pro. Unfortunately, there's a phone ringing in my background, but it looks like we've got Sebok going to be able to overtake Pro. He does. No, Vulcan even. A straightforward pass from him. Looks like he might. Let's see if we can. He can try and make his way up to Pro. e-FRC1 already into 6th place now. Level Light into 7th place. These two guys are charging up the field, and we've actually got. Oh no! Wow, that was Rupert going for a really dirty overtake, but unfortunately didn't get anything done. It was very lucky that any collisions weren't made there, but now he's just lost, trying to overtake Level Light, he's just lost 2 places, so that has cost him a lot. Mario up into 9th place, and Donut, oh no, that's Rupert, or who was that? It looks like, oh, Vulcan, all the way from 4th place now down into 12th, that's such a shame, but looks like Donut Hole is working his way up the field very nicely. Looks like he's got so much pace in that car. Look, Level Light is just so much slower compared to him. Wow. Looks like Vibes is fighting hard with Rupert. Can we see any overtakes being done? And Magic's actually got in front of Flamings. Magic's just got so much pace, and Flamings unfortunately can't cope with it at the moment. He's been overtaken by Magic, not by much. Well, we'll see into the race what changes, but Pro now getting challenged from Sebok. Sebok's been able to escape Vulcan after Vulcan spun. Can we see any overtakes between these two guys? It's going to get into the technical part with lots of downforce needed, so they're going to have to stay a fair way apart if they want to avoid dirty air, but it's going to be some hard fighting. Donut Hole's just hunting down e-FRC1, and unfortunately Level Light's dropped behind, all the way behind Mario now. But these two guys in the Renaults, the Ferraris, and the guy in the Haas car, just both absolutely insane pace at the moment. e-FRC1 and Donut Hole go very wide over the curb. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to make any overtakes, but looks like Flaming's into the pits. Pro into the pits also, so they're going for an early pit stop. That pushes Donut Hole and e-FRC1 and Sebok up a bit further. You can actually see Magic isn't that far ahead of Sebok there. Sorry about my voice crack. Show the race in top 2. Okay, sorry about that. Not really much now, but look, we got e-FRC1 been overtaken by Donut Hole. He tries to make a comeback, can't really do much about it. Such a shame, never mind. Looks like he might be stuck. We got the 2 Renaults though. That looks quite good to see both of them close together. One is a reserve driver though. Mario there. And looks like we got Vibes and the second fighting. Can he get anything done? These guys were fighting earlier on. The second's been able to make a good comeback and try and fight again. Made it up into 9th place. Ruba, unfortunately, lost a bit of time now. He's gone from 9th to 7th, but I think that's because of Flamings and Igapro pitting. But unfortunately struggling compared to where he was last time. Tried to make an attempt on level light, unfortunately didn't. That's Magic into the pits. Let's see where Flamings comes out compared to Magic. Can Magic... We'll just watch on board with Magic, hopefully. And it looks like Flamings just there. You can see him right there. And there's actually wing all across the floor. Can he get an overtake done? No, but he's right behind. Oh, he nearly went into the back. I think that's just a connection issue. That was so close. That was made my heart stop there. But it looks like Flaming's got DRS. Magic tried to shake him off, but it's got insane pace compared to him. He goes around the outside. Can he get an overtake done? This is actually for the lead, theoretically, once everybody's done the pit. Flamings have to back down. We'll see Igapro not too far behind. He's just going to try and let these two guys fight. And that, oh, that's the second out. That is harsh. That is a very big crash. He's in the middle of the track. He will ghost for everyone, but it looks like just Vibes doesn't have any damage, so it's not a collision between Vibes, because Vibes usually gets in a scuffle with the McLarens, but so far so good. It's actually a virtual safety car, so we'll see some pits, and that's yeah, DRS is enabled. The virtual safety car is off, but we do see Tea of Honey pitting. Going to drop down now. 10th place. Going to probably go into 11th place. They've got to fit a wing onto the car. And will they go behind Rubik? We will see. Looks like they might do. Two Germans just going to fight it out. It looks like Rubik can do it. Yes, he does. Tea of Honey's got a hell of a lot of work to do. Meanwhile, we say a lot of work. That's arcing all the way down from third to 16th now. So that's such a shame for his return back into the league. And not the same for Deathly Raymond. Deathly Raymond up into 9th on his return. So that's good for him. Really good for him. We got Magic just overtaking Vibes, I think. So Flaming's just going to lose out to Vibes. Lose out to Magic now as he's stuck behind Vibes. Vibes is his teammate. Maybe they're going to have a bit of a strategy going on here. Vibes is going to defend very hard to try and give Magic an advantage. This could work out very, very nicely for Magic. We'll just watch on board with Flamings. Oh, it looks like he almost opened the door, but he didn't. He's going to go for the overtake on this straight. This is going to be very exciting. Can he do it? Wow. That's already done. I didn't expect him to attempt it there. He is on a charge. But looks like Vibes could potentially get DRS into the next corner. Can he do it? I'll show how many pit stops everyone has had. Stops. There you go. There's the stops, Reba. Oh, Igapro goes for one hell of an overtake. We didn't see that, but we just saw him almost get it. Well, he has got it done somehow. He had to avoid that narrowly. I don't know how he avoided that, but he got it done. And he's right behind Flamings. Wow. That's an incredible move. I don't think Vibes would be very happy with that, but that is an incredible move. Do we have any fighting going on here? We got Mario very close to Donut Hole, actually. We can possibly see some fighting between these two guys. And we've actually got Tea of Honey fighting with Rubik. Can he get anything done? No, this is the technical part of the track. Going to be very unlikely to be able to make a move. Can we see any other overtakes with people close together? Looks like Igapro is going to be very close onto the straight they will be going on to now. Can he get anything done? here. Oh, Flaming's very, very wide onto the grass. That's probably because of the controller, but that looks like Pro's going to be able to get around the outside. Can he do it? Oh, Flaming's defense nice and hard, but it looks like Pro might be able to go on the switchback. No, he can't. He doesn't carry enough momentum, but he might be able to get it done into this corner. He's going to go for a very late break, surely. And he gets it. It looks like he's going to get it done. He gets very wide, and Flaming's coming right back at him. But he's not going to be able to get it done. It looks like Flaming's might be stuck behind Pro. Can he get it done now? It's going to be very difficult to. He's going to have to back off, I think. Yeah. We won't probably see an overtake until the start-finish straight. Can we see any other close fights together? Mario dropping behind now from Donut Hole a little bit. Donut Hole's proving to be a very, very fast racer. Rupert now been overtaken by Tea of Honey. Tea of Honey's made that nice move. Flamings. Can we see an overtake done? Vulcan gets a 3-second time penalty. Okay, so tyres have been requested from Rupert. That's absolutely fine. I will show you anything. I'll show you what you need to see for the race. We've got Tea of Honey on hard tyres. Probably going to do a 1-stop, and everybody else might be doing a 2-stop. Looks like Flamings goes to try for the outside. It's going to go for the switchback, and he looks like he might be able to get it done. He touches Pro though, so that's going to compromise his exit. He's going to have to slot in behind, but can he do a late break? No, he's just going to slot right in. He's going to have to back off a bit. Probably not going to be able to get a move done until the start-finish straight or the next few straights when you get DRS, because this is a very tricky part of the circuit, let alone trying to overtake on it. Can we see any overtakes might be attempted? Looks like Flamer's got a better run, but he goes very wide onto the corner. Shifts gets a 3-second time penalty. Meanwhile, down in 15th place, unfortunately. Looks like Flamings might be able to get a move done. Will he go for it, though? Because the big straight is up next. He's not going to. He's going to hold it off and wait till the big straight. That will, he's hoping that Pro gets a terrible run, and he does. He gets a terrible run. And Pro now going to be overtaken. Looks like it's going to be a fairly straightforward move for Flamings. Pro is going to be very unlikely to be able to fight back. Almost goes. He touches. Oh, didn't lose any wing though. That was so close from taking him out. Just look up further at the field. Looks like Donut Hole is able to escape. It's just these two guys at the moment who the main fight. Looks like Tea of Honey's making his way back up into the field. 4-lap old tyres compared to PJ of 11-lap medium. So probably going to be on Tea of Honey, just going to have a little more grip, I think. Rupert just behind this battle, asking for some intel. 5-lap old tyres for the medium. So has pitted once, I believe. Vulcan, unfortunately, down into 13th place now. 14th Shufts. 2 Austrians here. 14th and 15th. And then Arkin, unfortunately, spun out earlier on, I think. And down at the back in 16th place, we've got 2 cars. DNF the second and Max Martin, unfortunately. Max on the first few corners, I believe. We've got a yellow flag in Sector 3, and that's Shufts off. Slid off and actually retired the car. Okay, so retired the car. That pushes Arkin up. Obviously not having much luck at all, and doesn't seem any point to carry on. Got a full grid today, and I think, oh, just as I was gonna say, it's gonna be quite hectic because of the full grid. Arkin almost spins out again. Went too tight over the curb. Virtual safety car, actually, because of Shurfs's because of Shurfs's retirement. That's gonna create a safety car. Let's just watch these guys. Actually, look at Magic's just overtaken Level Light, because Level Light is into the pit. So is Mario and Donut Hole. Magic up into first place, and Sebok just comes out of the pits now. So that's Magic into first place, and Flaming's virtual safety car, will it end soon? We want to see these two guys. This is bad for Eiger Pro. If the virtual safety car ends now, Eiger Pro is just going to get overtaken. And it ends now. Eiger Pro is going to be under a lot of pressure. Actually, he got pretty good at escape from Flamings there. Better than I expected. And now Flamings going very, very deep into that corner. Now he gets very wide onto that exit of that corner. That's just compromised his chances of overtaking Eiger Pro at all now. If Eiger Pro can escape into the third sector, where there's not really any chance for overtaking, then it looks like Eiger Pro might be able to stick with this fourth place. And I don't know if Sebok and Donut Hole have pitted. Yeah, they have actually. They've pitted. They've been able to work kind of together and get ahead of Eiger Pro and Flamings, who've been fighting each other instead. So they've just lost out on the win there. That's helped Magic a lot. I think Vibes had an important part to play in Magic getting up there as well, as he defended from Flamings, which helped him escape. Flaming still in DRS range, doesn't look like he can get anything done. Can he get anything done on this straight now? He might be able to. Donut Hole too far behind from Sebok, but very close. Flaming's actually quite a lot further behind than I thought. Can we see any other guys fighting? Looks like Definitely Raymond and Vibes are fighting it out. Definitely Raymond's going to attempt the switchback. Who's going to get DRS? I do not know. Who was... Oh! Definitely Raymond just gets hit. And that would have been Definitely Raymond who gets the DRS, but he got hit by the back of Vibes' car. And unfortunately has spun him out. That's such a shame. Now the two Red Bulls, 12th and 13th. Unfortunately, it looks like the Red Bull's going to overtake his teammate. Unless he's... Looks like he might be letting him through. I'm not sure. Unfortunately, Definitely Raymond has suffered a hit from Vibes. And that's just taken him right down to 13th place. Flo has moved through, fighting with Vulcan now. It's such a shame. But unfortunately, sometimes that's how racing goes. Looks like Flaming made an overtake on Eiger Pro. Wow, there's going to be another There's going to be another straight here. DRS going to be wide open. Probably Rich Revs and full ERS overtake mode or even hot lap. Not even going in his slipstream. He's just going right round the outside. That's impressive. That's cocky. That's very, very cocky. Just showing. I can get this move done. You're not going to be able to challenge me. Nice and nice showboating from Eiger Pro there. We've got I left Discord out of anger, and I'll tell you, Discord went to add me back. Okay, please show the lap time. Show the lap time, says Rupert. We will show the lap times. We'll show the positions change, the lap times. Fastest lap, there you go, Rupert. Hopefully this intel's very helpful to you. Definitely Raymond, meanwhile, goes into the pits and is in... Oh no, that's Flaming, spun! Well, he went wide and the gravel took him. And that means his chances of overtaking Eiger Pro are over. He gets overtaken by Level Light and Mario. And looks like if he's ruined his tyres now... That looks like Tiffany, who might benefit from the nice strategy of the hard tyres. Is going to be able to run a lot longer on these tyres and just overtake Flamings with time. Level Light into a nice comfortable 6th place. Going to try and challenge Eiger Pro now, I believe. Is championship contender. Looks like we might have a car off. We've actually got a disconnect. That's Arkin might have left the session, I think. Unfortunately, maybe just struggling with the race, but don't know if they're aware of the rule. But if they have disconnected because of internet issues, that is fine. Donut Hole is not too far away from Magic. Got some good pace, but Sebok nice and close as well. Looks like these two guys might be playing it strategically. I don't know if they're fighting. We haven't really seen much fighting. Unfortunately, there's a sound glitch there. Sebok goes very wide. And that has given him a penalty of 3 seconds. I don't know if he's got any more. But that's just going to compromise his chances of actually going to get an overtake done on Sebok. Can we see any other cars fighting? That's Rupert, who is asking for the intel. He's going to try and have a nice strategic race. It's good to see that he's enthusiastic and wants to know what's going on. Hopefully we'll have that when we get all the team principals. If you're watching and you're not a racer, then please consider being a team principal. It would be nice to see you and help teams out. We want to get a few after the German Grand Prix. There'll be a slight break where we're going to try and sort everything out. And then hopefully we should have team principals sorted for every team. But unfortunately we might not. I don't know why I'm switching between Rupert's cameras there. I thought I was changing all the different cars, but I wasn't. Flo, Arkin still not connected. Definitely Raymond actually left the session, I guess, as well. Unless... Looks like they're back into the race. They are back into the race, but they're ghosting out because of I think they're being lapped by Mario. Yeah, it looks like they are. So that's why they're ghosting, I'm pretty sure. They've been lapped by Igapro. Igapro currently going for a podium position. Magic, have they gone into the pits or have they spun? Stops. They've done they're on a second stop now. Looks like they're probably going to go out long on these medium tyres now. We're just going to go back to the intervals to see where we can see some fights. Looks like Sebok and Donut Hole are going to be fighting for the lead now, unless they're going to have to pit. But actually, Donut Hole looks like he's on... Donut Hole looks like... He's on hard tyres. He is. So these guys, what is Sebok on? Hard tyres. So these guys are on a one stop, I think. So these guys are going to be challenging for the win all the way, I think. It's going to be very unlikely that they pit again. And that's Donut Hog is very, very wide. I think Sebok's got to get 3 seconds ahead of Donut Hole. So it looks like Donut Hole's probably going to be able to get this win so far. It's going to get DRS. Can we see him go for an overtake? He's gaining. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to make it though. Not quite got the straight line speed. Gonna have to wait a bit of time. Can we see any other overtakes? Looks like Magic's very close to level light now. Igapro looks like he's pitted. Pitted once again now behind Tea of Honey. Tea of Honey, this should be a very interesting fight. The two rivals side by side into this corner. Tea of Honey's going to have to slot in behind, I think. That's a very one-sided fight, but Igapro makes a mistake. It's very wide there, but Tea of Honey kind of does a bit worse, and unfortunately didn't really stick with Igapro. Vibes, pretty lonely at the moment. Vulcan might be able to put some pressure on PJ. Has DRS. Definitely going to be fighting him. We got Flo on his own pretty much. Definitely Raymond being overtaken by Magic. Got to be lapped by him, unfortunately. Can he overtake Arkin? Doesn't look like he will. It's not for points, it's just for position. Donut Hole not going to be able to make an overtake, but Sebok. He has got DRS, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to make an overtake. He needs to try and keep in within 3 seconds to the end of the race. Sebok and Donut. Yep, the virtual safety car did play very, very nicely for these guys. They had a nice pit strategy, a one stop now, so they're going to be fighting here till the end. And yeah, this is probably the main fight now for the win. Looks like Sebok might be able to escape with Don't Hold might not be able to get DRS soon. Sebok seems the faster driver, but unfortunately he's got 3 seconds to make on Sebok on Donut Hole. So if he can do that, we've got 12 laps to go, so it's possible. But they're on the same strategy. Just waiting for Donut Hole to overtake. It goes around the outside. Can he get it done? Looks like he's going to get an easy overtake done there. Actually, Sebok, I say that, looks like he was going to go and try for a switchback, but unfortunately he couldn't. And that's Donut Hole and Sebok just go very, very tight onto that corner, chucking up a bit of dirt. And he fights Magic. Overtake. Can he? Oh, I think that's a bit of a touch from Mario there. He accidentally touched Mario with his back wheel. Maybe screws him out a bit too much. And he goes very, very wide. Struggling with the car. Maybe trying to get too much speed. And that's Vulcan. Vulcan's off. Oh, such a shame. Let's see where he went off. I think he might have been fighting with PJ. Can we see? And that's another virtual safety car. That's the third one we've had, I think, now. For this one race. And we never usually get safety cars in this league. Arkin, can we see the car? I think he's crashed. He's crashed somewhere here on the circuit. So... yeah, I didn't see the car, unfortunately, but crashed somewhere on the circuit. It's a strange place to crash, but yeah, it's a very fast area, so it can be difficult sometimes. Another virtual safety car looks like Vibes is in the pit, Rubert's in the pit, and so is Tea of Honey. Maybe not the strategy that Tea of Honey wanted, but he's sure trying. Mate, he's got new tyres now. He's got, instead of hards, he's got mediums, and they're probably newer than Flaming's and Igerpro's medium tyres. So he should be able to gain on them. Level Light actually quite far ahead from Igerpro on hard tyres now. All the top runners, except for Magic, are on hard tyres. So unless Magic can get this, 10 laps he's got on these tyres. Let's just watch, let's see how old the tyres are. It's going to be on 14 lap old tyres. It's possible. It's possible. He can stay, but he's going to slow down, and that's going to allow Level Light and Mario probably to get ahead. Igerpro and Flamings actually did pit. And Tea of Honey has got slightly newer tyres, but he's going to be able to potentially get in the fight. But Donut Hole, Sebok, Mario and Level Light have the oldest tyres at the moment, but actually Donut Hole's made an overtake on Sebok. Can Sebok get anything done? Can he get back at him? Remember, Sebok's got a 3-second time penalty. He will have to yeah, he'll have to get 3 seconds ahead of Donut Hole if he wants to win this race. So it looks like it's just going to go Donut Hole's way. Has got DRS, but he's losing out dramatically. Very, very good not to spin there. You can just see the car sliding, but he just held it. Can he make an overtake now? He's actually gained a little bit from that sector. Into sector 2. Yeah, looks like he's going to be able to challenge for an overtake into this corner. Can he do it? He goes around onto the inside. Donut Hole. He actually backs off. I think he thinks he's going to wait, try and just put some more pressure on Donut Hole. Maybe wait till the tyres are right. Maybe just didn't feel it. And that's actually a car off. That's... who is that? We got a safety car, but... and I just saw some changes, but no one really off. And that's Igerpro, Level Light and Mario. They're fighting out hard. Level Light currently just ahead. Not by much, though. Mario going to be on a disadvantage here as Level Light can go nice and deep. He's going to unfortunately be squeezed out there. Oh, well, no. He sticks with him. Wow. These two German drivers, they're sticking with each other. And he's going to go and try and overtake. Oh, he backs out. This is insane racing from these two. And look, he's going to look on the inside. Level Light just leaves him a tiny bit of room. Not enough really, though. But I think it was crazy to think that Mario could try and get an overtake done there anyway. This is very good driving from these guys. Mario's actually a pretty good racer. Been in the server for a while, but hasn't actually joined the race until now. Home GP, performing nicely. Very well. Some good fighting. Can he get an overtake done? Actually, with Sebot, what's happened here? No, he's gained a bit, but he hasn't really made an overtake. Actually, Level Light's making a nice escape from Mario. Mario's lost out of it there. I don't know what happened there. Iger Pro, Flamings. They're not fighting each other anymore. Looks like Teeth Honey's just going to be hunting down Flamings now. It's got slightly newer tyres. It's going to benefit him onto around lap 30. So, unfortunately, that's going to make Flaming's heart drop. Towards the end of the race, he'll probably be overtaken. Look how much pace Teeth Honey's got. He's just gained like half a second just on a braking point. That's crazy. And look, we got Vibes. Rupert fighting out. Rupert goes very, very deep into that corner on the inside. Looks like he's going to be able to fend it off nicely. And oh, Vibes just had a bit of a wheel spin out of that corner. Lost a bit of traction. Managed to save it. That's very, very good skill from him. But Rupert just went so deep. Just defending for his life at his home GP. Really, really wants to get a good result here. Doesn't want to lose any more points. PJ just behind Vibes. Vibes and PJ had a nice fight in Austria. Unfortunately, Vibes wasn't in the British Grand Prix. But hopefully we'll see him a lot more this season. Will there be any more fighting between these two guys? DRS is wide open. Looks like going to have to wait till the next straight. Sorry that we're not watching the other cars. Level Light. They're in a whole different sector, really. Tea of Honey on Flamings. Not really going to be able to get anything done, but Vibes too far behind Rupert, really. Rupert didn't really need to do anything there. Tea of Honey, Flamings. Tea of Honey's putting insane pressure on Flamings now. Flamings going wide and everywhere. Wow, that's so close. He's almost going to spin. And he's touching the curbs and everything. This is going terribly for Flamings now. Just losing out a lot. We've actually had I think, was it Level Light got a time penalty, so that's going to allow Mario to get potentially 4th place, but it's only 3 seconds, so he might be able to take, Level Light might be able to keep that place after all. Tear Honey goes very wide, but he will have DRS onto the straight, very long straight. Looks like it's going to be a straightforward move for Tear Honey. Flamings isn't going to be able to fight back, and unfortunately that looks like 8th place is going to be what Flamings has to settle for. That's a hell of a shame. Definitely Raymond 3 time penalty, unfortunately at the back of the grid. Arkin, has he rejoined? Flo's also disconnected. Okie dokie. We'll investigate that, but PJ Rupert are a fight. Flamings and Tea of Honey doesn't look like it's such a fight, and definitely Raymond goes off. He does ghost though. Doesn't disturb the race, but that was a bit of a crazy move as he was rejoining the track, but because he was ghosted, it didn't really matter. Iger Pro not really fighting with anyone. We got Mario quite close to Level Light. Looks like Level Light's going to be able to escape a bit. He has gained a tiny bit, but he's going to have to make a 3-second gap at least to try and attempt getting ahead of Mario. because of the 3-second time penalty. Magic isn't actually gaining on these two guys here, Donut Hole and Sebok. Sebok and Donut Hole are so close together. Currently, I think Donut Hole's in the going to go for the win because Sebok has got a 3-second time penalty. I don't know about Donut Hole if he does as well, but these guys are very close. They've been close the whole time. They've put pressure on each other the whole race. And actually Donut Hole started all the way from 18th place and now he's in 2nd. And he's potentially going to go for the win. Because Sebok's got 3-second time penalty. So I can't stress enough that it looks like Donut Hole is going to win this Grand Prix. Fairly tidy through that corner there. They're very close. I think these guys might be playing a bit strategically. They're fighting each other, but not too much, I think, because otherwise they'll get slowed down by each other. So they want to, yeah, they know each other. I'm pretty sure because Sebok joined, and then Donut Hole was invited by Sebok. So these guys are going to probably be communicating and helping each other out, and this is strategy, a good strategy from them too. Doesn't look like there's going to be any overtakes done, but now there might be. Sebok goes very, very deep into that corner and has a bit of a wobble out of the exit. Donut Hole might be able to get an overtake done. Not actually gaining that much, not much as I thought. Maybe not got as much straight line speed as I thought, but Sebok's able to defend, and they go through each other because that was going to be one hell of a collision if they didn't. But Donut Hole just had to back off, unfortunately. We won't see any overtakes from them, but Flaming's very close to Tea of Honey currently. And there's going to be a sure chance to overtake now from Flaming. Flaming's actually stuck with Tea of Honey. I thought they might have dropped, but Tea of Honey goes and gets a 3-second time penalty. So it looks like Flaming's might be able to keep 7th place after all. Anyway, oh, and Flaming's blocks. Wow. No, Tea of Honey blocks. Flaming's thought he might be able to squeeze through, but unfortunately, Tea of Honey was like, no, you are not going through there. So, Flaming's had to quickly do a switchback, and it looks like he might be able to challenge around the outside. He's going to go for the switchback. Can he get it done? No, they're not. He's not going to go side by side. He's got a slightly better exit out of this corner. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to get anything done, but Tea of Honey doesn't take the usual line. That might slow him down. It does. He gets a bit of a wobble. And he goes very, very wide out of the exit of that corner, but it's very unlikely for an overtake to be done here. Meanwhile, Sebok and Donut Hole, they're switching positions. Oh, they're touching very heavily there. I don't think there's any damage done, but that's some quite aggressive racing. Oh, and Donut was basically stuck to the back of Sebok there. I don't know how they didn't spin each other off, but that was very lucky, I got to say. These guys are actually fighting really hard now, even though it looks like Donut Hole might be able to win this, unless he has got a 3-second time penalty. We've got 2 laps to go, and Donut Hole's just thought, you know what, I'm going to try and get it done now. I'm going to try and finish, go across the line first. Looks like he's got the advantage into the next few corners. Probably not going to attempt the overtake. Probably just going to wait to the next DRS zone. Or will he? He's probably got DRS activated because he was behind. He hasn't actually. Sebok now going to be back into the fight. I didn't realise that. I thought that would be play out a bit different. But Donut Hole, unfortunately. Oh, wow. Wow. Sebok tried to make the overtake. Tried to go on the inside, even though Donut Hole was blocking, but he still managed to slot through. Donut Hole was just able to let him go straight through, and Sebok went really deep. and that's just given an advantage to Donut Hole there. One hell of an advantage, actually. It's 0.7 gap now. So that could affect quite a lot. Looks like Magic might be able to... Level Light might be able to overtake Magic, but I think Level Light's got a few time penalties, so it probably wouldn't matter. I don't know if Iger Pro will be pushed up in front of Level Light, but Level Light would probably like to be ahead of Level Light. Iger Pro would... No, Level Light would like to be ahead of Iger Pro to try and get a little further ahead in the championship. Well, Iger Pro currently in the lead, so it's going to try and get closer, but doesn't look like it because of the time penalties. Mario sticking with Iger Pro now. Tea of Honey and Flaming's fighting it out to the last lap. Rupert and Vibes very, very close together. PJ not really fighting with anyone with the back runners, but we got these two guys. They're coming into the second sector now. Looks like Donut Hole's pretty much got the win anyway. They might not try anything because I think Donut Hole's got the win anyway because of time penalties. So they might just leave each other and secure first and second place, because otherwise they could potentially be risking DNFing each other. So far so good though. And it looks like Donut Hole, our reserve driver, two reserve drivers, first and second place. Donut Hole goes to win the German Grand Prix. Sebok just behind. What a good fight. And Sebok took the first place. He took it. Donut Hole has more time penalties. Wow, I didn't expect that. I didn't see that coming at all. Level Light fighting right behind Magic here. Looks like Magic's going to be able to take it home in third place, and Level Light's just going to miss out on that podium position at his home GP. That's such a shame, unfortunately. Mario actually goes behind Iger Pro, but Level Light does keep ahead of Iger Pro. Tea of Honey looks like he might be able to, yeah, he's probably going to secure 7th place. Flaming's unfortunately dropped behind. Nice result. No, Tea of Honey, the German, his home Grand Prix just got some time penalties. That's moved him right down to 8th instead of 7th. Wow, that's going to hurt him a lot. We got Rupert and Vibes even. They're fighting out right to the last corner, putting pressure onto Vibes. Can he do anything? No, looks like it's going to be a comfortable 9th place for Vibes in the end. Rupert just slotting in at 10th place. Home GP, 10th place, a point, that's fine. PJ, 11th place, the other Austrian, 12th place, Arkin. I think the AI cars are Flo and Arkin, and definitely Raymond just at the back of the grid. And that is a win for Sebok. Donut Hole just behind. That's a Williams on the top of the podium. There you go. Wow, what an incredible race. We've got some very, very good reserve drivers, and they will be invited to compete in our F2 League, which will be starting shortly, very soon. And that's been the German Grand Prix, the LS e-FRC1. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you not next week. There's going to be a break, probably the week after that on Thursday, I think, for the Hungarian Grand Prix, I think it is. Alright, thank you very much for watching. Got the two Finns, first place, second place. Very nice to see. Go for your quick grid just on the screen, and unfortunately we got Max Martin, who crashed out earlier. Didn't actually set a lap time, unfortunately. But that has been your German Grand Prix, and thank you very much for watching. We will see you soon.